Yeah, yo, what's going on out there, man? It's your girl L. So we want to jump right into it. Now, I see the internet going real crazy with this Drake and Pusha T shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's real, it's crazy, and the game need this right now. Like, the game really actually need this shit right now. Now, do I feel like this shit is orchestrated to a certain extent? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's like the conspiracy theorist in me in a way. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this shit is it's orchestrated or whatever. But then when you look at the bigger picture, you like, why would it be orchestrated? You know what I'm saying? Because Drake is one of the biggest names in hip hop, if not the biggest name in hip hop at the moment. And Pusha T, he been doing his thing for a long time. He been doing his thing for a minute. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't necessarily put Pusha T like in the legend category of it, anything like that. But he's definitely someone that's like respected to a certain degree and held to like high standards. You know what I'm saying? That's like the best way that I could pretty much describe Pusha T. But what I find crazy is like, everybody's like, yo, Drake smashed Pusha T. Like, he like, oh my God, he ended his career. And even me, I got caught up in the hype. I'm not ashamed to say that shit. I really did get caught up in the hype. I was like, yo, when I heard Drake shit, because when I heard, I'm gonna be real, when I heard Pusha T's, Infrared, I was like, yo, Pusha is coming hard, because Pusha do come hard. And this ain't the first time Pusha came at Drake. People gotta remember, Exodus, he was saying some shit. You gotta listen. You gotta pay attention. He was saying some shit. He was coming at Drake. He was coming. But when I heard it, I was like, damn, production was smooth. Of course, Pusha's always gonna come with the lyrical content. He gonna do his thing. And yeah, he said what he had to say, and I'm pretty sure that he knew that he was going to stir the pot, because people are like, yeah, Drake, that's what he do. He end careers and everything. Drake is strategic. I've seen that with Drake. Drake is very strategic. But let's be real here. If we talking Pusha T and Drake, yes, Pusha T is the real lyricist here. And I believe that every real lyricist is strategic. Straight up. Like, if you a lyricist, yes, you are strategic. Like, it just comes naturally. Now, the reason why I'm saying Drake is strategic as well is because Drake know who to pick and choose his battles with. I feel like Drake seeks and finds the weak. Because I seen Kendrick Lamar's name, being thrown out there like, oh, Drake, he would never bring it to Kendrick. He can't fuck with Kendrick or whatever. Yeah, you absolutely right. And I'm not even talking about from a lyrical standpoint. He can't fuck with Kendrick because Kendrick, the same way Drake got a stronghold, so does Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? You got to pick and choose wisely when it comes to your battles. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because, look, you never want to be the example of why you should plan ahead. You know what I'm saying? Nobody never wants to be that example. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it when it comes to Drake. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he gonna say his little shit. He gonna throw his little shots because that's what he do. But he's not stupid at all. Because even with Meek Mill, I don't look at it like Drake finished him. Now, did he? Yes. He shitted on him. He shitted on Meek. I'm not gonna lie. You know what? Even though I'm not the biggest Meek fan, I could really count on one hand how much Meek songs I like. Meek is organic. He comes from that era. He comes from that essence of things. So no matter what, I will always say that. Regardless of whatever, I will always support Meek on that because I seen a come up. You know what I'm saying? I could really honestly say I seen a come up of Meek. I seen him when he was on what? what's the DVD called? Too Raw for the Streets. You know what I'm saying? I remember being out here seeing him even on other DVDs. You know, there was a skating ring. I cannot remember the name right now for the life of me. This is crazy. But, you know, he used to, he was in there. He used to be in there, you know. And I seen Meek. I seen him. Like, I seen him, like, personally, in the flesh, you know, heard him spit and all that. So, I seen the real, you know, I seen the essence. So, I'll give Meek that shit. But I think Meek was caught off guard. He was caught off guard, and he wasn't prepared for war. And yes, Meek is known, but he's not this world-renowned, internationally known superstar like Drake is. Okay? And that's why I feel like when he was beefing with Meek, if you even want to fucking call that shit beef, that's why Drake had the upper hand. He was the biggest star. You know what I'm saying? So the spotlight was on him. People were paying attention to him. He got the team around him. He got the better people, better PR. You know, he got all that shit. Meek didn't have that. You know what I'm saying? And this is what is happening now with Pusha T, because like Pusha T, I'm not gonna lie, you know, he's dropped some good shit. Even, you know, this whole this whole Daytona shit, I'm feeling it. But Pusha, his body of work, you know, I feel like people are doubting him because his body of work is not really self-explanatory of his actual talent. And that happens. Unfortunately, that really happens because a MC that shows a prime example of that is Nas. Nas is one, you know, come on, this Nas we talking about. You know, when you talk about top 5, you know, you could ask 10 people right now, I guarantee you out of that 10, at least 5 or 6 people are going to put Nas in their top 5. But his body of work is not self-explanatory of his talent. So that's the category that Pusha T falls under. And yes, he's an easy victim for Drake. He's an easy count out because even when you listen to Drake Duppy freestyle, to me, he didn't really say anything that had me like, ooh, oh shit, oh. Yes, he said some shit. He got personal, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody know when it comes to war, when you get personal, shit gets ugly. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit get ugly. Personal, if you know, when you want to eat them, when you want to go for somebody's soul, yes, you get downright, you get personal. But if you talking about lyrical content, then I'm not going front. I'm gonna go with Pusha. I gotta go with Pusha. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't even devote a whole song to Drake. He actually devoted a couple bars, and you know, Drake devoted a whole song, and Pusha's shit was hot. You know, it was hot. I'm not gonna say Drake's shit was whack, cause look, I'm not a crazy Drake fan. I'm be real. I'm not even a Drake fan. I'm just being truthful. You know what I'm saying? It took me a long time to even really pay attention to him, even though he was out for a minute. It took me a long time to really sit down and say, okay, I'm gonna listen to him. I'm gonna try to hear what he's talking about. Does that matter? Has that stopped him? No. Who the fuck am I? You know what I'm saying? I can't stop him. But you know, it took me a long time to really listen. And then, of course, we know Drake gets a lot of flack because, of course, a lot of people don't believe his come up is organic. You know, they like, come on, what you talking about? You started from the bottom. You was on a TV show. We not trying to hear that. And yes, that's very true, because you got to look at it like, how hard is it to really make a transition from TV to music, or from music to TV? You know what I'm saying? All of that falls under the same category as far as entertainment is concerned. So yeah, that's how a lot of people looked at Drake, and they like, yeah, you talking like this and you talking like that, but you know what I'm saying, your character, your moves, you know what I'm saying, your movements, you know, they don't really account for this person that you're trying to say that you are. And then as far as ghostwriting now, the game is a dirty game, unfortunately. You know, it is a heap of ghostwriters in the game, and some of the crazy shit is the people that a lot of people look over and a lot of people don't pay attention to, those are the ghostwriters. Those are the ones that are creating the image, you know, the bars, the swag, the all. They're creating that for some of your favorite artists, some of the people that you hold up to like the craziest standards. Like, oh my God, this person is nice. And that, you know, that Cash Money camp, I do question them. I question them a lot. And you know why I question them a lot? Because, like they say, where there's smoke, there's fire. There's always been rumors. For years. Everybody's heard the rumors. Always been rumors for years that they got a team of ghostwriters. A team of ghostwriters, okay? And I'm just going to throw out some of the names that I've heard. You know, they can, you know, people can always clarify. They can know. And, you know, when you're a ghostwriter, you can't really speak on that because, you know, you pretty much saying, your contract is saying, like, listen, I'm borrowing you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna borrow your style, your in some cases your image, your wordplay. But you're gonna be reciprocate. Like you're gonna get something. You're gonna get some type of incentives in some way, shape, or form. You know what I'm saying? But one of the main incentives you cannot get is you cannot be known. Like, can't nobody know they can't know who you are. Because when you think about it, like a few people that always come to my mind when I think about Cash Money is Jay Mills. You know what I'm saying? I think about him. You had Starlito. You had Gilly. I might be wrong on this, but I think Currency might have been either on Cash Money or affiliated. I'm not sure. You know, I could be corrected. You know, I always like to be taught. You know what I'm saying? I always like to be taught, corrected. But all those people I just named, like, look them up. You know what I'm saying? That's the best way I could say. Look them up. Look them up. Because I'm going to tell you right now, Starlito is in my top 10. One of my top 10 favorite MCs. Same thing with Currency. You know, he's not in my top 10. I would say top 20, you know. But, and Jay Mills, oh, don't get it fucked up. You know, Jay Mills, yeah, people, you know, they talk shit about Mills now, but beast. You know what I'm saying? You know, look up that, if you don't know, of course, you know, you should know if you don't know. But look at that, you know, when he was on the Making the Band shit and he went against Ness. And we all know Ness. Oh, God. You know what I'm saying? That's fucking legend. Beast. You know what I'm saying? Like, God MC. Straight up. Beast. And Mills, run for his money. You know what I'm saying? So these are the people that were affiliated with Cash Money or on Cash Money. What were they doing there? They didn't fucking release no, I mean, just from my recollection, I don't know, but they ain't released no albums, no, none of that. You know, I don't really remember any singles. Yeah, they might have been featured on some singles, but they didn't really have, you know, something of their own. So what were they doing there? Like, my point is, you know, that, like I said, that Cash Money movement, it's a funny movement. You know, they got a team. And like I said, the ghostwriting shit has been thrown out there for a long time. A real long time. And Drake, people gotta remember, man, Drake, he's protected. Whether people want to admit it or not, you know, he's protected. And I've seen some people say, like, so what if Drake has people that write for him? He's credited with writing for people or doing whatever he's done for people, so it doesn't matter. He's a great artist. You know, he shouldn't be held guilty for that. You know, a great artist can't do everything on their own. Yes, that is true. That I agree with that sentiment. You know, you cannot do everything on your own. But yes, if you have people writing for you, then it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? It's a problem. And Drake, this has been rumored for years. Like, the only way this shit could get cleared up is if Drake himself came out and really, like, Drake needs to sit down and really address this shit. You know what I'm saying? They really, and I know people got their heads up Drake's ass, you know, because like I said, Pusha T, people are looking at him like, who's you? Even when Drake dropped that freestyle, you heard Drake say that in the freestyle. You know what I'm saying? You heard him say it. You heard him say it in a diss track, I should say. Not necessarily a freestyle, but you heard him say it in the diss track. Like he was talking to Pusha T like Pusha T was his fucking son. You know what I'm saying? And Drake it's sad because people are looking at it like, yeah, he could do that. He could talk that shit because he been in the game shorter, excuse me. Pusha T's been around longer than him, and look at where he's at compared to where Pusha T is at. But of course, if you got the machine behind you, what do you expect? Because Nicki, which I mean is a whole nother discussion, not to veer off from the subject, but look at her. Let me tell you, the female MC game, which I feel bad even separating that, but that's just the reality of things. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. You know, if you're a female and you rap, regardless, you're going to always get put in that category. You're always going to get put in that femc category, which is fine, you know, but unfortunately, you're not looked at as equal to your male counterparts, especially in these days and times with the way the whole female rap image has gone. You know, that's like, listen, that is definitely hard. But look at her. You know what I'm saying? Look at her. She has the machine behind her. Crazy. So, yes, when other females do try to come at her, or if, you know, she takes shots at females or whatever the case is, she's basically going to be looked at as the giant. You know what I'm saying? Because she's the bigger person. She's the bigger name. She has the machine behind her. So that's just how the game works. And, you know, without going into another subject, you know, I just find it real funny how, you know, people are defending Drake for getting called out on something that he's been getting called out on for years. But it's a double-edged sword when it comes to females, because a female is always, like, I've always noticed that, you know, like I said, without going off subject, but I've always noticed that it's so much easier for people to like if a rumor is started that, oh, a female has a ghostwriter, like, it's easier for people to believe that more so than a man. And then if the rumor is started like, oh, he has a ghostwriter or whatever the case is, people look at it like, oh, no, he writes his own shit. He just got people. Yeah, people might they just come in and help him clean it up. So that's what people are saying about Drake. And, you know, like I said, the Cash Money camp is a fishy camp, but I also look at Drake's camp too, kind of fishy, because he got some people affiliated with him. I don't want to necessarily say under him, but he has some people affiliated with him as well. And the sitting ducks, I always believe they're the easier prey. And what I mean by that is, you know, the people that are affiliated with you that we don't hear music from, but they say that they have music or they're working on music. Where's this music going? Because somebody's hearing it, somebody's listening to it, and it's already, and, you know, it's a lot of shit out there on the net about Drake biting people's shit, taking their shit, revamping it, twisting it. So I don't know. Like I said, maybe this Pusha T and Drake shit is really orchestrated, but I mean, do we really live in a time like where, you know, people will overlook they'll overlook shit just because, you know, someone is the biggest star. Because that's what it sounds like to me. Like I mean, like I said, I listened to both of their tracks. Both of their tracks, I can admit it, rightfully so. Both of their tracks was good. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna take away from that. Both of their tracks was equally good. I'll be real. I like Pusha shit better. You know what I'm saying? But yes, Drake came with that heat. Like I said, I was caught up in the hype. You know, I was caught up in the hype. I was like, oh shit, Drake did his thing. You know, he came in. You know, he Bret Hart. You know, 97 shit. You know what I'm saying? He came in and he put it down. But then I had to ask myself, I said, yo, if I gotta listen to your shit and I gotta think to myself, like, damn, did he ghost, like, did he who wrote this? Is he the one that did he write this? Then there's a problem. There's a problem. Because the question here is, you know, who gets more respect? The real MC, the real MC, you know, the person we really know that thought, wrote their shit, or the person that people claim writes their shit, might have a team of writers that help him because, you know, he's the biggest star. He can't do everything on his own, but we still gotta question his credibility. Who's the real rapper here? You know what I'm saying? That's the real question.